Hello there, Capricorns. Welcome to your September 2016 tarot reading. So one of the first thing that I'm feeling for you guys is I feel like there is a juxtaposition between old friends and new friends. Old ways of making friends and new ways of making friends. So this is a really good month, I feel, where you are starting on a new path when it comes to social interactions, forming, friendships, alliances, and relationships, okay? So this is a very pivotal month, I feel, for a lot of you in that you have to break away from the people you've either dated in the past, the types of people that you have befriended in the past, and to forge alliances and to, create contacts and networks with people that are going to be, in the long run, very beneficial for you professionally and also emotionally. So I do feel friends are going to figure prominently this month. And I'm getting that a lot of you are going to be breaking out of your sense of isolation. A lot of you will be interacting with a lot more people, and I feel like a lot of questions, a lot of communication, conversations hitting you like left and right, and multiple conversations going on at the same time, which leads me to believe that you are surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of new people, and also putting yourself in more, social group setting where you are interacting with a lot more people. What I'm also feeling is, for a lot of you, when it comes to, the friends that you've had in the past, I feel like you have been a very, very loyal friend. And this is the month in which you are going to question these friendships and whether or not the amount of work that you put in is being reciprocated based on the people from the past that you have been loyal to or are friends with, okay? So a little bit of reassessment is coming through in that manner. What I'm also feeling is for others of you who are out there trying to, forge new contacts, especially on the professional front, I do feel it being really wonderfully beneficial for you down the line, okay? What I'm also getting is, it seems to me as if, once again, I keep seeing documents with you, like keep seeing like paperwork. Some of you might be in school because I keep seeing you like perusing paperwork. I keep seeing you like having to study, having to go over things, having to, try to absorb information, like recite information, memorize information. So I feel like you're in a very, very technical setting. And I do sense that at one point throughout this month, and I feel like it's probably the second and the third week of the month, you're just going to be a little bit frustrated, and you're just going to want to break out of your shell, like break out of your rut, and to go out and socialize, go out and just, really let loose. And I feel like the frustration is going to come through around, I'm getting the 10th to around roughly the 20th, okay? So it's a 10-day time period, and I do sense that you are going to be surrounded by a lot of people, and I feel it's all, it's all nice and exciting and all, but you want to just make sure you take care of your responsibilities, okay? So, let me see if there's anything else that I'm sensing for you guys. So, it says here to be very, very careful about words. I feel like you're careful about how you come across to other people, and you're careful about the ways in which you communicate. I feel for some of you, you're getting, so I feel like this sense that there's somebody in your professional circle, okay, that's interested in you. There's like initial attraction, but I feel like it's coming more from your environment. Someone from outside of you, someone from outside is like interested in you. And I feel like there might be some stipulations about not being able to date them, or you're simply just not interested. And I feel like you're going to be put in a position where, they might solicit you for a date or to go out. And you have to find ways to gently turn them down. And I feel like do it very, very gently, because I feel like this person's got a big ego. And if it's done the wrong way, I do sense that they're going to, it's really going to sever that friendship, that professional contact. So just do it very delicately, okay? So that's what I'm feeling here. I do feel there's like an admirer, like new friends that can potentially further down the line, I would say like about 6 months time, they can transform into love partnerships. So I definitely feel it starts out, the contacts, friendships, professional contacts that you form right now, I feel that further down the line it will blossom into a very, very beneficial, but also like a really good relationships as well. So let's go into your reading. So first of all, in terms of your emotional state, and this is the first two cards that came out at the very beginning of the spread, which indicates to me this is something that might have come in the end of August, okay? So we have the Ten of Cups here with the Temperance card. So the Ten of Cups usually indicates to me being in an environment where we feel very joyful, very elated, very, very happy. It's like the culmination and the apex of the human emotional experience. The 10 indicates completion, but it indicates a very, very joyous state where you are surrounded by people who really care about you, you care about them, and everyone is working harmoniously towards a common goal. This is the foundation building card as well, happy home, happy family. So a lot of you might have been in situations where you could have had a family reunion, you could have like been surrounded by family, elder folks, children, and all of that, and there might have been a lot of celebrations coming through. A lot of the times this situation comes about when a long cherished dream has been fulfilled. So a lot of you are in a position right now where you're starting to feel that you're on the right track, that you're finally getting some type of confirmation and validation that you're headed in the right direction. If you were dealing with any type of self-doubt, and I'm feeling like if you were dealing with any type of doubt back in October of 2015, December of 2015, I do sense that this is the month, if it hasn't happened already, the end of August, then it's happening now in September, where you're getting that snippet or you're getting that confirmation that, things are really going to work out in your favor and that you're on your rightful path professionally, emotionally, and that you're on the right track, okay? It's linked up here with the Temperance card, and the Temperance card indicates to me a emotionally trying time where you are going to have to balance yourself, okay? So balance your wants versus balancing your needs. A lot of the time, if this card is malaligned, it usually indicates emotional imbalance or a situation where we are going to have to discipline ourselves in order to achieve great things. So this is a card about moderation. It's a card about, tempering what it is that you want to do versus what it is that you need to do. So there's a very, very fine line between the two, and you don't want to fluctuate. You want to just, maintain right in the middle. It's the state of equilibrium. So a lot of you, I do feel, a lot of social interactions with loved ones, with friends, family, and all of that, and it might lead to a situation where you might overindulge, okay? I'm not too worried about Capricorns. You're an earth sign and you're just very, very practical. So I feel like the energy, it might come in around, mid-month where you feel a little bit frustrated because I kept getting that message. There's like, I see you like trying to get something done and you're just like, I need a break. And then you go all out. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just know that you're going to keep this energy in check. But overall, these are very, very positive cards appearing together, which indicates to me that you are divinely guided, okay? Every time I see imagery of angels in the tarot, especially the major arcana cards, it indicates that the universe working together to give you whatever it is that you're hoping for. And I also feel, the imagery of the rainbows here indicates to me that the worst of it is over. You're now able to reap the benefits of your hard work, your hard labor, okay? So this is like culmination. This is pretty much the beautiful day card. Both of these rainbows indicates like great abundance and inspirations and everything being fulfilled. So I'm really happy to see this for you, Capricorns. So the next one deals with your communication. We do have the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords. So let me talk about this one first. The Six of Swords, once again, this corroborates the Ten of Cups. This card signifies sailing away from a troublesome situation into safer water, into smoother water. And it's basically leaving your past behind no matter how turbulent it was. I feel that you're gathering a lot of knowledge from the past, and then you're using these knowledge, these skill sets, to bring them into the future. What's really interesting about this card, and an alternate interpretation that I found recently, is it's a card of science. It says, like, trusting that no matter what lies around the corner, that you're going to be taken care of, okay? Through previous knowledge, through careful planning, I do feel that a lot of you are sailing on to a safer place, and you're able to utilize and, I guess, build upon the previous knowledge in order to get you where you need to be. So this is kind of like in a way, it's embodies the spirit of the Fool, but this is more about, tried and true methods being applied in a different context. So a lot of you are looking back at your past experiences, and, a lot of the time skills translate over into different work contexts. So I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like taking all of these things that you've learned in the past and possibly even having to apply them in an environment, in a more practical environment, okay? It's linked up here with the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords basically indicates to me you're no longer stuck. Both of these cards scream out freedom to me. If you have found yourself in a situation where you were waiting on other people, you were waiting on communication, you were waiting on either some type of documents and things like that from other people, or even from official channels in order for you to make a move, I definitely feel this is the month in which things are coming through, in which you are able to finalize decisions, make decisions, and to move forward. So I feel a lot of momentum and progression going forward. What I'm also feeling is the cards came out like this, so it indicates to me sailing away from a troublesome past, and where you're headed. Like I said, you're not really sure where it is that you're going to be, but you know that you're going to have all the skills that are required in order for you to be successful. So what I'm sensing is a lot of you are I feel you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and I feel that you're doing it in a professional manner. So what it seems like to me is like wherever you were before, I feel that you might have been there for possibly since, for like 6 months or so, 6 years. And what I'm feeling is that the situation was stagnating. You weren't really growing as a person. You weren't really learning anything new. And a lot of you are just like, I've had it. I'm going to, break out of my rut, and I'm going to try something new. And the new environment is requiring you to acquire new skills. And I feel like you're an earth sign, so once again, your mind is very systematic, so I feel like you don't have trouble absorbing technical skills. But I do feel that it might be more of the creative framework, where you might have to think a little bit more abstractly, where you might have to tap in skills that, or learn and acquire new skills that you haven't really used before. And I feel for a lot of you, it seems to me like I'm getting imagery of hands, like something seems to me to be more hands-on. So before, if you were the type of person who was more theoretical, who was more, in the head, I feel like you're going to have to break out of it, and you're going to have to do something that is a little bit more practical, a little bit more hands-on. And vice versa, if you have been somebody who's a little bit more hands-on, you're going to have to do a little bit more abstract thinking and things like that. So I definitely see a shift in thinking, in the ways that we acquire knowledge, in the way that we retain knowledge and information. So all of this is coming in, and I feel like that's one of the main challenge I feel coming through for this month for you guys. So next up, we have here the Hangman and the King of Wands. Okay, so for a lot of you, this is a fire sign. This is a Sagittarius, a Leo, and an Aries. And it's linked up here with the Hangman, which indicates to me you're waiting on communication. You're waiting on some type of decision from this person. So this is someone who is going to figure significantly in your life, okay? And Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, excuse me. I feel like this person has been, I'm sensing this kind of, they have been a little bit uncertain. They might have sent you like mixed messages in the past, and there was like a lot of fuzzy, confusing information that, like communication exchanges between the two of you. What I'm also feeling is for some of you, this could be a romantic partner. It seems to me like it could be a new person, but I feel like this is somebody who might be a friend and then they're trying to transition into more of a romantic interest, okay? It could be male or female, and once again, the cards are not gender specific. This is a general reading. So what I'm feeling is there's some sense of waiting in suspension, waiting in limbo regarding this person, waiting for them to make a move. And I do feel that by the end of the month, I'm feeling this uncomfortable energy is going to alleviate, and I feel that you're going to be able to move forward, okay? I'm getting like towards the end of the month, probably the 24th to the 30th of this month. That's when the communication breakthrough will happen for you. What I'm also sensing is I feel like this is showing up as a very, very passionate person, okay? They have been very much like, what you see is pretty much what you get with them. They're very directed. Normally, they're very directed when they talk, when they communicate. And what I'm sensing is, for some strange reason this month, there might have been other things tied up in their lives. Possibly when it comes to children, possibly when it comes to like group outings, acquaintances that might meddle in or get in the way unintentionally between you and this person coming together in some capacity. So if it's a work project, I definitely feel like this is a person that is, you might have to wait on them, and I feel that they're taking their time, just trying to make sure that they're doing it right. On the other hand, I feel this sense of like assessment. Both sides could potentially be interested in one another, and they're trying to figure out a way, like, they're trying to gauge interest. There's a lot of like temperature taking, you're trying to see where you stand with them. They likewise are trying to see where they stand with you. But either way, I feel like this person is going to be a major, major catalyst in your life for this month in terms of like helping you out of a jam, helping you move forward with some ideas, some projects. They might also give you inspirational ideas and project ideas and new information that will streamline some work processes along for you. For others of you, I feel like this might be a close friend of yours who is a very good person to bounce ideas off of, okay? So the last cluster here, we do have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So first of all, this overwhelming message that I'm getting here is for those of you who have recently applied for loans, applied for a grant, applied for some type of money coming through from an institution, like anything, like a win for fellowship grants, monetary gains that's coming through. I do feel that it's a really good month to do it with these two combinations in the picture, okay? The Six of Pentacles usually indicates a financial windfall. It's not coming from the place of employment. It's not coming from individuals. It can in certain situations if it's linked up with a specific person, but I do feel generally this is money coming through from institutions, and it's going to bode well for you. It's linked up with the Five of Swords, which is a swift victory. So I definitely feel if you're looking for, grants, loans, and things like that, it's definitely coming through, and it's going to be very beneficial for you. It's favorable for you to start applying for these things, and I do sense that the decision is going to be very swift, okay? Going back to what I mentioned earlier, I feel like you're going to be perusing some official documents, so I feel like a lot of you might be doing this. I keep getting, like, for those of you who are either researchers in school or doing something, I feel like loans, fellowships, and grants for like excavation projects, like if you're like an archaeologist or if you're an anthropologist, I feel like you might be needing some money to fund to get like equipment to get some do some type of an excavation. You might also need some money because of unintended consequences. I'm getting disaster relief, like money coming through for those of you who might need it because of disaster relief. And the southern part of the United States come to mind. So I feel like if you are dealing with this, I definitely see some help assistance coming through for you, okay? And I feel like it's a bigger institution, is a bigger channel that's coming through. Um, I feel like home insurance, and I feel like, flooding. That's what I'm sensing here. And I'm also feeling like, especially if you are trying to fund or start an expedition, excavation expeditions seem, and you need proper equipment in order to do that, and you're waiting on some grants or some loans, or you're waiting for some help in that manner. I do feel that's going to be coming through for you. But overall, I do feel like I do feel like you might be soliciting somebody to be like either a business partner. You might be looking into situations where you're needing financial assistance from another person, and I do feel this person is very, very generous, and they will be able to assist you and give you guidance and give you advice as to where you need to go. Okay, so these are very good combinations together. A lot of you might be soliciting this fire sign. I feel like it's someone who's a little bit more seasoned, a little bit older, I feel, and very successful, very business savvy, and they're like the entrepreneurs. They have a lot of good ideas, and they just need somebody to implement their ideas on the ground, okay? Now, in terms of your advice, we have some really, really good cards here, Capricorn. First of all, we do have the star, and the star is basically wish fulfillment, but this card also indicates a lot of healing, okay? What I'm feeling with the star card here is I feel like there are going to be a lot of good information through official channels that are going to come through for you that will provide a lot of, first of all, financial assistance. Secondly, a lot of support for you. So I feel like whatever it is that you've been working tirelessly for the past, 6 months, 6 years, I definitely feel it coming through and coming to culmination, and I definitely feel that you're being guided on the right path, okay? So if you need additional validation, if it hadn't come in August, I definitely feel you're on the right track here. Is linked up with the high priestess, and the high priestess a lot of the times indicates intuition. It indicates contracts as well, and it indicates like reading between the lines and making sure that you are aware of what you're getting yourself into. And ultimately, both of these things are linked up with the Six of Wands, which is the major success card, okay? So what I'm feeling with this combination here is that for a lot of you, if you have been waiting on, loans and things like that to start a business, I feel like a lot of you are becoming business owners, and a lot of you might have started something back in February. Like if you have physically like done like a grand opening, if you are starting some type of a whatever venture. This year, this is the month in which things are starting to flow in, and if you have been worried in the past that you weren't able to stay afloat or money wasn't coming in fast enough, this is the month that is providing you with the validation that you are on the right track, okay? For others of you, I feel like there's some type of a major energy shift is what I'm feeling. I feel like there's a major energy shifts where information is coming through, contracts, everything is finalized, and I feel like if you were doubting yourself for whatever reason, this is the month in which the universe is showering all this, confirmation upon you that things are going to work out and that you will be rewarded for whatever it is that you were doing, okay? So I'm feeling this is a really, really good month for business owners. It's a really, really good month for those of you doing research, and especially I feel that you're going to be in situations where whatever you say, you're going to be like kind of in the spotlight. Whatever you say, other people will be very receptive to it. So I feel like public speaking, I feel business owners, public speakers, business owners, seminars, attendees, or even seminars, people who are conducting seminars. This is a really good month in which the light will shine on you. You have great power of persuasion, but what I feel is that if you are in a situation, just make sure you know the ins and outs of whatever it is that you are disclosing, okay? So carefully do the research, and I feel that whatever tidbits of information that you have and you're willing to share with people, make sure you have proper sources and proper, citations, okay? So I do feel that reading between the lines, making sure everything is done and it can be backed up, backing up, saving your essays, like backing up your data, backing up your files, that's going to be important as well, okay? I do sense here, for a lot of you, new friendships are going to be long lasting, okay? The star usually, it's the card of Aquarius, and Aquarius rules the 11th house, which deals with group associations and things like that. And it deals with like, sometimes you have friends that you can go out and hang out with. I feel like what's coming in for this month is you have some friends that are also in your professional circle. So not only are they friends, good friends, you guys are going to be walking on the same path. So I feel like for the next possibly 8 years, and I'm getting the 8 mainly because whenever I see this in terms of timing, it's I count the numbers, the luminaries in the cards, and I feel that in terms of like for the next 8 years, they might be in your life for quite some time, okay? And I'm feeling that I'm feeling that a lot of you are going to be lifelong friends. A lot of you are going to rely on each other. The new social contacts and the friends that you're making now, they will be significant in your life in terms of your professional image and your career. And I feel that they're going to provide like a sounding board for you to push yourself or to boost yourself professionally, okay? So these are really, really important professional contacts. So going back to the initial message, I feel like someone in your professional environment is interested in you, and I feel like you have to let them down gently. I feel like this might be why, because I feel like, it's sort of like just don't burn your bridges. So the new people that you meet this month, be very careful about, I feel like just be very careful that you keep them as professional contacts and as good friends, because they're going to be significant in your life, okay? So that is what I'm feeling here. I'm going to go into your love reading, okay? So I feel like this month is very, very career finance focused for you, Capricorns. Don't overindulge, don't slack off, just keep your head in the game. And it's going to be a little bit frustrating because we are in the midst of, we will be anyways, in the midst of the Mercury in retrograde, which is going to run until, it runs until September 22nd. But then it's got that shadow period that lasts for another 2 weeks, so that's going to be pretty much by the end of the month, okay? So just keep that in mind and be careful about that. Okay, so I'm going to see what's in store. Let's shuffle it like this. I'm going to see what's in store for you for love and relationships, September 2016, Capricorns. What's going on, love and relationships? What's going on for Capricorn, September 2016? And I'm going to pull one out. Okay. So, first of all, right off the bat, I'm feeling like these are the two things that showed up, okay? We have here the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Coins, so the Queen of Pentacles. One of these people, I feel like this is you, but I feel like the energy that they're saying here in general is that there is a person that you're just not seeing eye to eye with, okay? You want different things in life, and you're on a different path now. You're kind of, your paths are diverging to the point where you're not going to be able to resume your relationship and even bring them into the future with you. I feel that this might have been an ongoing conflictual situation where two people just are not able to create a life together because they're so different, okay? The person that you're dealing with, regardless of what sign they are, and I'm feeling that regardless of what sign they are, they seem to me to be like very much caught up in their emotions. And what I mean by that is that they have trouble doing things, planning things, and being methodical in a practical sense, okay? So, for example, if you plan a date, I feel like they're usually late, or they at the last minute they show you, oh, they might text you, oh, I don't know where the restaurant is. And like when it comes to practical everyday things, they seem to have challenges to get where they need to be and to get where they need to go. So I definitely feel like there might be conflict of interest showing up, coming through for this month, where you're realizing that your paths are diverging and that you're looking towards the future and you want something else, you want more for yourself, and you feel like this is not a relationship that you can continue. I do feel there's a lot of love here, there's a lot of affection for sure, but I do sense that the interest, it seems to me like it's waning, okay? This person, I feel like, might have children. I'm seeing two kids, like they might have like entanglements, or they might have children from another previous relationship is what I'm sensing. I'm feeling for some of you, you might have like grown children, such as fully grown, or like teenagers, and I feel like the other person might have younger kids. So that's what I'm sensing in the mix here, and I feel like I'm sensing that there's a little bit of quirkiness about them, okay? So I feel that they are, sometimes they want to be controversial, and I'm sensing that sometimes they want to like be, they say provocative things on purpose just to get a rise out of you, or just to get just to surprise people in their environment. So I feel like they're unconventional in the way that they think, in the way that they talk. They could be a very creative person in general, but I feel like there's this sense of like provoking situations, or like saying things that are not politically correct just to get a rise out of people, just to see how people react. So that's what I'm feeling here. For a lot of you, this might be a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancer, and a Scorpio. And I feel like if you're dealing specifically with a water sign, I'm sensing that they have two children. They might have like, younger kids, but either way, I feel like they have a lot of skills, they have a lot of potential, but it seems like they're trying to fill up a void in their life, okay? And I feel like right now, your situation financially, emotionally, spiritually, you are in a really good space, and I feel that you're trying to find people who are a little bit more stable, who are a little bit more like-minded. And I feel like this water sign might be, their environment seems to me to be a little bit like, I would say like emotionally and spiritually impoverished, okay? This is not so much about how much someone has in terms of wealth and riches. This is more about, like on a spiritual level. Can you grow with that person? Do they have enough to walk alongside you in the next phase of your life? I feel like you're going to have to leave this person behind, mainly because they're not exactly jiving with you, and they're not where you want your partner to be. And I feel like some problems potentially showing up here, okay? I do feel issues around fidelity coming through between the two of you. I do sense like a period of strong reassessment coming through. And what I'm feeling is, I feel like they're a little bit quirky. I feel like they're shamelessly, like they don't really care what other people think. They walk to the beat of their own drums, and they don't really they're not one for social, like, niceties and formalities. And I do sense because of it, you're a little bit more traditional and you're a little bit more conventional, and you're not really sure how you both are going to be able to fit together as a unit, as a couple. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. It's like a rift is forming between you and another person, and I feel like there's this sense of fidelity overall. Questions about fidelity, questions about faithfulness, honesty, and things like that are coming through between you and this person that I just described. The other thing that I'm feeling here is that I'm sensing for some of you, you have somebody in your environment, or well, you seem to have a lot of options. You seem to have like people in your environment that might be, very, very like professionally, like on top of the game. So they might be just, top notch executives. They're big spenders, and they are really financially stable people that are coming through that are interested in you. And I feel like you have a lot of options to choose from, because I pulled out Queen of Cups, which is your energy. You're very, very stable right now, and you're like in a really good position. And I feel like a lot of you might have gotten to this position because there might have been a job that was offered to you, okay? And now that you're in this position, you have a lot of suitors like coming through. So we have the Seven of Cups, which indicates multiple options, multiple choices. And they're not all good, but you have the world opening up for you instead. So what I'm feeling is, you're going to be picking and choosing who it is, and I feel like you're doing it very carefully. It's not like you're running around dating random people. I don't sense that with you. Your energy is very, it's more like about self-preservation. It's more about finding true love. It's more about like looking for stability in your love life. So I do feel that you are, a lot of you might have started, online dating, and you're trying to find Mr. Right. You're trying to find the one. So I feel like you're leaving somebody behind. And you are trying to shift into other options that are more in alignment with your life path, which I feel is a really good thing to do, because if you've outgrown another person from the past, there's no need to like keep both parties stagnating, right? So I feel like you're on the right track, and I feel that for others of you, you might have another earth sign, so a Taurus, another Capricorn, or a Virgo coming in your midst. And this is somebody that sees you and they're just like hooked, okay? So this is like scoping out the territory, scoping out the competitors, okay? And I feel like there's some, if you're dealing with another earth sign, there's some issue here regarding, financial stability. And what I mean by that is they might not financially be where they want to be, so they might not be ready to, settle down and have a serious relationship. You might not be financially where you want to be just yet. You're just, getting started, and you're just trying to find your footing right now. So you justify to yourself like, oh, this might not be the right time for me to date just yet. I have all these options, but I'm so work and career oriented that, I'm going to let these options go by because I feel like, I don't have enough to offer. So I definitely feel that sense where you're just like, I really want to be with another person, but I'm not where I am professionally, and I'm not really, comfortable right now committing to another person until I find my footing. So I feel like there's still that energy about holding back, okay? And I would advise you that, I think it's a good month to date despite Mercury in retrograde. I feel like you're going to be getting invitations no matter what. Like you're going to be getting, we have messages here. We have like people bringing in options and choices, and you're going to be quite busy on the social scene. You're going to be in really high demand. But I feel like you're kind of drawing back your energy, and you're keeping yourself stuck and staying home a lot more. So this energy is going to break through. I feel like it's coming in no matter what. But I feel, once again, 15th, from the 10th to the 20th is when I feel like you're going to break out of it, and you're going to, stun the dating scene, okay? So I feel like either way, you're going to do it towards mid-month, so not to worry. So let's talk about the past here. in the past position, we do have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords. Both of these are major movement and travel cards, okay? So a lot of you might have relocated and you're feeling like there's new energy on the scene. Every time we travel to a new place, and a lot of you, if you have made like significant house moves, significant like geographical relocation, the energy in the new environment, I feel like you're going to feel really, you're going to start to get a lot of luck, okay? This is just, law of attraction. And I feel for a lot of you, and it's sort of like beginner's luck, right? So for example, if you have recently started learning something, learning a sport, learning a new skill, you're going to experience beginner's luck, because that's the universe way of telling you that, you're on the right track. We're going to give you these things to, help boost your self-esteem so that you keep at it. That's what I feel beginner's luck is. It's validation. It's telling you that, you're on the right track, and we're going to help you along at the beginning so that it can boost your self-confidence, and then you're going to run with it. So I feel like a lot of you, if you have recently made a major move, because these are major move cards, this is like picking up all the pieces of your life, moving things from one place to the next. And coupled with the Six of Swords, which is once again like travel over waterways, travel over land, but I feel like it's a significant travel. So you're like inviting new energies in, mainly because you've implemented a major move, a major milestone in your life, and as a result of it, I feel like you're going to be in a really good space to meet new people. And that's what I feel like. I feel like turning over a new leaf, leaving behind old people, welcoming new people into the fold, okay, into the scene. So a lot of you have also, you might have recently moved in together with another person, and I feel like here is the snag, okay, because like you're going to be living with another person, and you're constantly surrounded with each other, and working together, navigating the different temperaments, different personalities, different moods between you and that other person. It's going to be a little bit trying. And I do feel for some of you, it might be an earth sign. Others of you, it might be a water sign. Okay, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I feel that in the process of having to do this, both of you are going to have to like find ways to harmoniously come together as a unit, as a couple. I definitely feel some incorporation, like sharing space. I feel like social interactions, a lot of interactions in your environment. If you have recently moved in with a significant other, or moved in with somebody that you are romantically linked in with, and I feel it's taking the relationship to the next level. I do sense that a lot of you are craving alone time, so I feel like, retreating together, cocooning, just not, especially the first 2 weeks of the month, I feel like you're retreating into the same space so that you're not, so that you can spend more time together, get to know each other. And I feel like by the 10th or to the 20th or so, you might break out of that cocoon and, seek, more interactions with other people. So that's what I feel like. It's like a reversal where, you take time to spend with your romantic partner. Or if you have been doing that in August, I feel like this is the month for you to break out of it and to go back to your social networks, okay? So let's look at the foundation here. We do have the High Priestess, the Judgment card, and the Seven of Wands. So the High Priestess indicates our intuition kicking in overdrive. The Judgment card indicates basically new beginnings that are coming in store for you, okay? And the Seven of Wands, I do feel like I pulled it out and it came with the Queen of Cups, so I'm actually going to leave it here, but I definitely feel like if you've got a water sign that you've had, issues with, especially when it comes to like long-term planning, future planning, I feel like you've got somebody in your life that is pestering you, that you don't really see eye to eye with. And I feel like in terms of life experiences, they don't have enough to offer you. That's what I'm sensing. I feel like they're very stagnant and you're moving on to better things. And, it's not to say that they're not worth your time. I feel like you're just growing apart, okay? And one of the things that's coming through that you are going to have to accept for this month is that sometimes you have to leave people behind. Sometimes you have to cut ties with unhealthy relationships, okay? So that's what I'm feeling. And I feel like the High Priestess is coming to the realization that, you want to grow. Like, your world is expanding. You have removed the veil and you are seeing a situation for what it is, which is that they're not bad people. You're simply grown apart, and they might be stuck in their own life right now. They might have other things on their mind, and they're not able to be emotionally present for you, or even they don't have enough to offer in terms of growth and life experiences, okay? And I feel that you're gonna come to the realization once again that you can't start new beginnings with them, and as a result, you're gonna look elsewhere. So I feel like this is a month about transitions. Old friends transitioning, or like transitioning between old friends into new friends, old social contacts, professional contacts into new contacts. And unfortunately, on the love front, I'm getting the same theme that you are going to transition from old lovers into new lovers. And I feel that the old people in your life, they're going to be very, very different from the new people, and the new people are going to be more in alignment with your life path. So I definitely feel this is a month of major transitions relationship wise for a lot of you. And I do sense that you're going to have to close some doors and cut some ties, okay? Because I feel like in the past, too, it just seemed as if a lot of you put in a lot of work to maintain the relationship. And I feel like you might just not be willing to do that anymore. I'm also feeling like things are also piling on your plate and you just don't have the energy. So you're going to have to cut down on who you're spending time with and how much time you are devoting to relationships, okay? I feel like some of you, there might be some travel. If you are linked up with earth sign, water sign, you might be traveling to see them. You might be traveling in order to be with them, okay? So that's coming through heavily as well. But I do feel it's a major, major month for changes in relationships, shifts in relationships, but it's all very positive because you've got many, many options coming through. So I do wish you the best, Capricorns. Take care of yourself. If you like a private reading, please book an appointment with me. The information for my website and my calendar is in the description box below. I've also included a donation link. So I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon in the mid-month reading. Bye-bye.